Good morning everyone, we're back on the road with DOTr-SAICT where they're performing a roadworthiness inspection operation in Pasig City. They flagged down this modernized Jeep, which many people would call a minibus, for inspection, and one of the things that surprised them is that the driver handed over a ticket instead of a license. According to enforcers, his license was actually confiscated back in July for a violation of driving without seatbelt and driving an unregistered motor vehicle. And apparently or allegedly he hasn't paid that ticket to get his license back, but he's still driving. Now that ticket acts as a temporary operator's permit valid for 72 hours only. If you continue to drive beyond that point, enforcers typically treat that as driving with invalid or simply driving without license. The enforcers counting the number of passengers on this Jeep now, because not only are the benches full, but everyone was sitting in the middle also. They also noticed the brake lights don't work at all and there's pulled tire. And according to the enforcers, the signal lights on the front are also defective. The driver told the enforcers he's paying 1,200 pesos per day as boundary for this Jeep. Yes, it's a driver's responsibility to check the vehicle before they take it on the road and ensure it's in a roadworthy condition. But it's also the operator's responsibility to maintain it and also ensure that it's in a roadworthy condition. That's why they confiscate the plates and make the owner fix it before they'll get those plates back from LTO. It has to go for a full inspection. Now honestly, when it comes to overloading with PUVs, sometimes the problem is there's just not enough public transport. So people are willing to do whatever it takes to get to work, to get home, to get to school. But when you see the condition of the vehicle, imagine it's already designed to hold a certain number of people. Then you're going to put extra weight. You've got a ball tire, at least one ball tire. You've got defective brake lights. It makes you wonder about any other problems under the hood. And then maybe later they will say, oh, lost brakes. Is it lost brakes, or is it that sometimes people drive too fast with too much load and then hit the brakes too late? And of course, aside from DOTr-SAICT and their PCG contingent, you also have LTFRB here, which is extremely useful when it comes to verifying franchises. One of the things they first noticed on this Jeep was the bald tire on the front, or pretty much bald, and then the cracked tail light on the back. At least the light still works, even if the cover is cracked. The driver tried to debate the condition of the tire. One thing I noticed is he's wearing shoes, which is very unusual. It's good, because that's what is meant to be the situation, but a lot of the time, drivers would just wear slippers. It looks like they don't have a rear window, it's just plastic. And in fact, they are speaking to the driver now about that rear windshield, which is obviously no longer there, it's just covered by plastic. I'm a little bit curious how that happened, because they're pretty tough. And the enforcer's speaking to the conductor now, because before he came down from the vehicle, he just kicked all that garbage off the minibus onto the road. The driver was hesitant to remove the plates, and the enforcers were explaining to him that that is to hold the operator, the owner, accountable instead of just you as the driver. Because before the owner can get those plates back from LTO, he will have to fix this vehicle and take it to their office for inspection. Considering how many people were standing in the aisle of this modernized Jeep, imagine if the Jeep suddenly accelerated hard, or someone inside lost their balance and pushed back, because they're all squeezed together like sardines, and then you fall out the window. Oh my goodness.